Hello, my name is Lance Bowen, and I'm the Dean of the School of Science, Technology, and Education at Arundel Community College. I've started a series of interviews that I'm hoping will provide an opportunity for me to share some of the wonderful things that are happening at AACC within the School of Science, Tech, and Education. With me today is the Assistant Dean of Technology, Dr. Angelo Thalassinidis. He's over a lot of programs, and he's going to share some wonderful information with us today. Dr. Thalassinidis, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation.
Would you introduce yourself a little bit, tell me a little bit about yourself and what programs or departments you oversee?
I have about 30 years of experience in technology, primarily in the data world. The 5 departments that we have at AACC that are under the technology umbrella include architecture, engineering, computer information systems, cybersecurity, networking and digital forensics, and of course computer science.
Excellent. Can you share with me one thing about AACC that you're really proud of?
We are very passionate. Faculty, staff, students, we're truly passionate about what we're doing. Geographically, we're located in an amazing area where there is a lot of activity in the technology realm. We interact with industry both ways. Our students go to local companies as well as projects from local companies. They come to our school and help guide our curriculum. There is a lot of energy, which I'm very proud of.
That's great. Thanks for sharing that. If you had one piece of advice that you could share with a future or current student, what would it be?
We have the tendency to look at historical trends and see the result of them. As an example, when the first computer was introduced in a corporate environment, feelings were mixed. We didn't know how to use them, and it took us a good 20 years or even 30 years to start building the field of management of information systems. So the first 20, 30 years we were going blind, we were going by how can we automate things. What later on became was how can we change our businesses, how can we improve the way we do our operations, using or utilizing that technology. So there is a lot of new technology coming through these days. Just in 2022, we produced over 90 zettabytes of data. And to put this into a perspective, 1 zettabyte is about 1 billion terabytes. So we're producing tremendous amounts of data. We are scratching the surface of machine learning. We're scratching the surface of artificial intelligence, although those fields are about 40 years old. So whatever field you decide to go into, keep an open mind, because these innovations are going to impact the field. We still haven't perhaps fine-tuned how those impacts are going to happen. We haven't perfected the technology that is required, but it's definite that machine learning or generative AI is going to impact every field. I was reading an article related to how the architectural world and how the architectural profession is going to change with generative AI. How they reach the point that you can take a picture of a landscape and ask the AI to develop a design of a building to match the surroundings and adjust existing or do a collage of certain styles and come up with a modern design in AI. So what we're saying is the thing that we used to think that differentiates us from the machine, which is the generation of ideas and the generation of imagination. We have reached to the point that we're using the data that we have generated and we keep generating to train different models to produce things that we as humans used to be the producer. About 10 years ago, there have been about 2-3 books, cookbooks on recipes that they were generated by machine learning. Now they are in the hundreds. There are books with poems, movies. So it touches every aspect of our professional life and our personal life with the cell phones that we carry. So no matter what a student wants to focus on, I would highly recommend that they at least take a course in programming. Learn how to use and incorporate things such as ChatGPT, which is very popular these days, not to cheat and to cut corners, but to augment their abilities and their education.
Thanks. That's a comprehensive answer. But a lot going on with adaptive technologies and what's happening in the future. Thank you, Angelo. As a final question, are there any things that you would like to share for potential students as they look to come to AACC?
AACC is a great opportunity for anyone in the county. I've heard many people talk about how affordable AACC is. I would like to focus on how great AACC is, how great our courses are, and I'm really happy seeing students focusing on gaining knowledge more and more than they used to, than to just complete certain courses, fill the check boxes, get a degree, and move on. So going back to my days as a student, I wish I could go back. The focus should be on squeezing as much as you can out of what AACC has to offer you, and preparing yourself for a beautiful career.
Well said, well said. And I think what you'll find in these future interviews is there's a lot that's going to be offered at AACC, especially in the School of Science, Technology, and Education. Dr. Thalassinidis, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure.
Good pleasure.
Thank you.